Call the spaceships to Davenport. Prepare for Divanarchy and interface with a couch in space. I got my levels way up. I think we, now that I've been doing a few laps in orbit here, we've got all the level stuff figured out. So this is going to be a great episode, not only for technical reasons, but I'm so excited for today's guest. It's weirdly a huge part of my life and career, but like I don't know a lot about him. So we're gonna figure that out. One thing I do know a lot about is today's advertisers, once again sponsored by Liger Hawk Records at ligerhawkrecords.bandcamp.com, featuring today Gasoline Invertebrates Crash and Burn and Burn and Burn. It's been out for a second, but it's been partially produced by today's guest, so check that out. It's pay what you want. ligerhawkrecords.bandcamp.com. Now, without further ado, from many times, well, everybody's many time zones away because I'm out here in space, just like flying around the atmosphere. But if I was on Earth, I would be in Knoxville, Tennessee, and our guest would be coming from many time zones away. Thank you so much for his late night endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Reza. What's going on, buddy? Oh, I'm doing well. I'm really happy to have you here. Thanks for coming to space. Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot more. No, I did it again. All right, so now we're recording. If you're just joining us now, I was so happy to get the sound back that I forgot to hit record. Okay, take 3. I'm so sorry. I got so excited for today's guest that we've been going for a while. You've just started watching us. I've messed up the sound twice now. Our guest today is coming from many time zones away. Reza, thank you. I'm so sorry. This is a calamitous. I went through a dry run last night because I wanted this to go well. Okay. All right.
Right.
From the top. All right. What is inertia? Let's do it again.
Inertia, right. Inertia's been going since 1992.
I'm so stupid.
Yeah, that's what. It's like 34 years. So you've been all those years, done loads of tours, loads of 14 albums.
We can catch the new one this summer. It is called It's called The Strange Icon. Check that out, everybody.
Yes, yeah. So 14 albums. We've done like 10 US tours, loads of European tours.
Amazing.
Yeah, but from where we are, but we're going to come back to US this year in Seattle to do the Mechanisms Festival.
Yes. Sorry, let me just catch you up there at home. This is on our 3rd take. Normally I would just do these and go, but I've screwed up the sound twice. I'm so embarrassed. You will not be. You will be embarrassed at home if you miss Inertia at the Mechanismus Festival because they're gonna destroy. I told our guests before the show you're gonna have a lot of room. That stage is amazing. Um,
I've not
I
been there
want
before, but I played the High Line before, but not the
not
is it
the
Crocodile?
crocodile. It's
Is it?
relatively new,
Okay.
man.
And El Corazon, I've done that before as well, but not.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's all in the same area, but like
yeah,
speaking of area, you'll be going on tour with them in the UK, supporting an Strange Night
yeah.
Done. We learned.
So we're doing
Uh,
that in August this year.
very
So it's
cool.
the third UK tour with Area. Because Jen's good friends of ours and stuff, and we have a great time doing tours together. And we did an American tour. Our last American tour was in 2016 with Area
Very good.
in
Very good.
like a 2 month
Caught that
tour.
with Angel Spit in Chicago, and you crushed.
Mm, it was a great night.
Yeah. Okay, tell us about Black Volition once again. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so Black Volition is my other side project. Been doing about 10 years now. It's kind of like a Twin Peaks vibe. Chris Isaac, bit of Lana Del Rey, that kind of thing, that kind of vibe. And that was initially with the guitarist from Adamant, which is Will Crutzen.
Adamant.
Adamant, who's on tour at the moment in the States. Um, and also Spike from The Damned, the drum of The Damned,
That's so awesome.
and bass player from Morrissey. So we had a big bit of a fun thing going on there, but it's very
Star-studded. We
dark
love
vibe.
Out of the Black Lodge, which is a joke I just made up now, and not one I made before when I screwed up the sound because I'm dumb.
Well, in fact, we're going there when we go to Seattle in June for Mechanismus. Our friend Mike, Mike from
From Mike Weimer?
Mike, yeah, well, he's going to take us to Twin Peaks. We've
Oh,
been there before.
hell yeah.
We're going to do it again anyway.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah,
Well, shout out
yeah.
to Mike. You might know him at home as Naked Mike, but we'll leave that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, Devout's a tribute band, Depeche tribute
Devout is a
band.
tribute band.
Yeah.
And we've now this is our third lap around Devout Park, but the Devout is massive, and I'm not talking like Gothical's massive where you play for 50 people. I'm talking 500,000. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, because in the last years, it's gone nuts. It's gone nuts. Even this year we're doing 100 dates in the UK.
That's awesome.
Between 500,000 people sometimes, and it depends where it is. But it's been crazy. It's been absolutely nuts. And things I said before, we turn up, we do a show of Depeche Mode from 1980 to 1996 with deep cuts and some hits and stuff. But people I haven't heard that for all that time. And some of the songs they never played live. So we're doing
great.
exactly that and making people happy and enjoying it.
It's such a smart way to make it a cover band, but your own, or tribute band, but like your own.
Yeah, it's
je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, we've become more than a tribute band recently.
Very cool.
People just come to see us for that kind of thing. But yeah, again, as I said before, it's not something that I ever thought I'd ever do.
Right.
Until actually doing it and thought, wow.
Okay.
Making many people happy every night. It's amazing.
That's so cool. Just to be able to sort of dip your big toe into the world of like, it's no good, or I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So, and before I completely tanked the sound, you told me an amazing story about your time, you're producing and playing keyboards in a tiny band called Killing Joke. Could you tell that story once more, please? I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So back in maybe 95, a friend of mine joined Killing Joke as a keyboard player, but within the first year, he was a bit scared because he got thrown off stage in his first show in middle America somewhere.
Wild.
He got me on board to say, like, can you be our backup keyboard player?
Yeah.
So I ended up hanging out in quite a lot of shows, being a backup keyboard player. I didn't really do anything. I hung out on production of albums. But about 2005, 2006, he was like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. So can you
just
do this? And then so I joined them when they were producing the Hosannas album.
That's
in
awesome.
Prague.
That's amazing.
And
you went to Prague for that?
Yeah, I lived there for about 6 months with them, and did a lot of crazy stuff. A lot of it was it was probably the darkest point of Killing Joke at that point.
Wow.
It was it was very, very difficult. We did an album, and just after that, our bass player Raven left Killing Joke and went to Ministry.
Right.
And then next thing I know, got called from Al Jorgensen, asked me to be part of Ministry, playing keyboards.
You got called from you got the call from Ministry, you guys.
Yeah, he got call me. He even sent me the samples for keyboards.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but I couldn't do it because I was in Killing Joke, and they were like at a hard time. So we did a Killing Joke tour, and
we were joking in the last take that the subtitle of this episode could be "Our guest had to turn down Ministry." Like that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I mean, not like nothing against Ministry, but like it's an awesome thing, you know.
Well, even like last time I saw Al was a couple of years ago in London, and went to his tour bus. He was like, "Man, you're still there. You're still part of us."
That's amazing.
I didn't play a note, but he was such a lovely.
That's amazing. So you're
the guy.
You're the almost.
But the weird thing is when I turned it down, a friend of mine, JB, who is the clone keyboard player,
right,
used to be in Killing Joke in the early 90s.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I was in touch with him and said, "Do you want to get in touch with Al, who's a keyboard player?" And he's still their keyboard player from now on, since that time.
Bechtel.
Yeah.
JB, yeah. I saw a documentary on him. His sister is the inventor of the Bechtel test, which is just
that's right.
What a crazy world.
So,
and that guy's a buddy of yours. Wow. Okay. What a.
Well, I knew him because he used to be in Killing Joke in about early 90s.
Right. Okay.
90s. And then when I'd say no to Al, I'd say no to Ministry. I thought about him, and I'd get in touch with this guy. And he's been in the band since. He's a great guy. He's an amazing man.
All right.
But then I had to leave when Raven left Killing Joke. He went in the Ministry. That thing happened, and then Raven died. Mm-hmm. So we ended up all being at his funeral in Europe, and we got the old band back together, the original lineup of Killing Joke back together again. Mm-hmm. So the next 3 albums I helped produce. I flew around the world to record Geordie, whatever it was, getting down. But Youth is the main producer as well, but he was doing loads of stuff, so I was running around everywhere for the last 3 albums. And every album was a lot of hard work. Mm-hmm. But we did it, and the tours are hard work, but we did it. And sadly, Killing Joke are no more now because a keyboard player, a guitarist, Geordie, died.
Wow.
So that's the end of a sort of an amazing legend, really. But it was good. It was a great time. I learned so much from being in that band, from touring, doing. I mean, look at even doing like 250,000 people in Japan and Mount Fuji.
Wow, that is amazing.
Stuff like that,
That's like the stuff of legend. Well, I'm not glad I made you tell that story 3 times, but I didn't know about the Mount Fuji part before, so thank you. I cannot.
It was crazy. You're playing this kind of massive festival, 250,000 people. You got the Happy Mondays on the side. You got Kitty Tunstall, you got Chili Peppers, all there going, "Hey, go for it!" And like, that's nuts.
That is
That's
wild.
nuts, isn't it?
Oh,
But
I cannot stress to
yeah,
you at home, there on Earth, how embarrassed I am. This is literally the third time I've made our guests tell some of these stories. So thank you for your patience. And wow, what a crazy time. We had talked actually, and now I'll catch us up to the present. See, we warp time and space here out this far out in the cosmos. About you done some work with new fan of the show Information Society. I'm curious as to how that went down.
yeah, we did some stuff. We did a couple of remixes of each other.
Okay, cool.
And plus, the funny thing is that back in 1996, I did a single on a German label, which I sampled a tiny bit of Information Society,
Uh-huh.
a tiny bit. It's maybe 2 seconds.
Right.
And I remixed it and messed about with it and made it a complete different thing. And I get an email, but email being back in about 94,
Yeah,
95,
right. Whoa.
from Kurt from Information Society, out of blue, going, "I just heard your song. Is
Ah!
that one sample? Is that from our songs?" Like,
Wow.
yeah. And he went out. Yeah.
That's
So I
amazing.
never met him. We did a couple remixes of each other. Didn't meet at all since then. And then I think we did a tour about 2014 in the States, and we were in New York, and we were doing a show in New York, and Kurt walks in. I
Oh,
remember
nice.
emailed since back in the day. He walks in, he's like, "Hey, you know, yeah, cool." Yeah. So he goes, "I just did a show in New York, but my plane got delayed. So I just found out you guys are playing, so I just turned up." It's absolutely nuts.
Wow.
Yeah, so we ended up finally meet each other after 20 years.
That was just
Randomly.
cosmic coincidence, as we say out here in space. Um,
Yeah.
it's getting difficult for me to remember what we already said and not, but I do want to throw in, make sure that I get in how impactful you've been on my sound and production. And I was saying before I screwed up the sound that if a Gothicles or Gasoline Invertebrate song sounds at all good, it's probably because of our guest. You're such a talented producer. Cryonica Mastering, everybody, check it out.
Thanks so much.
Yeah,
Again, I love working with stuff.
oh, thank you. And I was
It's quite difficult sometimes with them mastering and mixing, where people turn up and they send stuff to you, and it's so maxed and it's all over the
right.
place. But your stuff, you send it perfectly.
Wow, well, thank you. Let's
It's
actually
good to
go over that. Like,
But
do you have a philosophy when it comes to production? Like, do you start with the bass line, or is it do you go into it like not wanting to inject too much of yourself? Is that too
I
high?
would always start with the. I think that I've always thought if from back in growing up in the 70s,
Uh-huh.
the drums and the bass are the most important part. Going
Okay.
with disco, and even when I was in Killing Joke, they've always thought themselves as being a disco band.
Really?
So yeah, it's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, always the disco band.
Ladies and gentlemen, Killing Joke has always regarded themselves as a disco band.
Always.
That's the shirt right there. Okay.
So it's the drums and bass that make the whole thing move, and everything comes after that. But you got to get the drums and bass going first. Yeah.
And I'm curious. You kind of touched on it with the like having audio just maxed to all shit, but like, what's sort of, if you will, like, what's the number one mistake you see people make? Like, what are you always correcting?
Yeah, when they send you a track which is so maxed out.
Okay.
It's
so
almost pre-mastered.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to yeah.
All right.
Like,
if you're gonna have a sense to leave some headroom on those tracks, please, for the love.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is a question a little bit out of left field, but you've been in the game so long and you're going on tour, and we will be looking for your upcoming album, An Estranged Icon, sometime during the summer, a little bit open-ended. Is there a place for hard copy in 2024, do you think, or is it all digital?
I think recently I've been thinking, but there is a place. I mean,
Okay.
even at our shows with the Devout,
Yeah.
we're selling Inertia CDs.
Your CDs still.
Uh,
It's not tapes or records or anything like that.
Med CDs, yeah, they're buying it. They're buying it.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
But I didn't think there was. I didn't think there was a place for hard copy until doing this. And like some of the older generation
By
prefer
this, you
CD.
mean the Devout or?
Yeah, Devout.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we saw Inertia CDs at the Devout shows.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
We sold quite a lot of the CDs
Interesting.
for the older audience.
Uh-huh.
In the Inertia shows, not so much.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never been able to, because I've done like a gasoline show and people were like, do you have tapes? I'm like, no. But then I make tapes and it's like, now we're back to, I can never quite get on the thing. So CDs are the thing for.
It's not going at the moment, but we also want to do a vinyl, but I don't know who buys vinyl.
Yeah, that's my jam. And I like vinyl and they sell all right. I've been able to do vinyl, but like in small chunks. Like you don't want to be sitting on,
Exactly. Yeah, I've got a whole storage unit of.
Right.
I ran my label for years, my Chronic Music. I ran that for years, and and that was at a point when CDs started to be not important anymore. Napster days, and my label had Spun Ranch and Fiction 8, all these bands signed to the label. But at the point when CDs were like, I'm sure we'll do a Napster thing instead. So I've got a storage unit full of CDs.
Okay.
From the point when people didn't stop buying CDs.
Well, it all moves in cycles, right? I guess.
Yeah.
Or orbits, as we like to say, out here in space. Well, thank you. I was just, I was really curious about that. But if you want to pick it up digitally, the forthcoming album from our guest, you want to go to Inertia1 with the number 1.bandcamp.com, or I'm assuming many other places, but that is one of them.
Yeah.
They're Inertia. They're everywhere. What are you going to do? Not get it? It's the first album since 2017.
The funny thing is, Inertia's, we found out, if it started 32 years ago, it's the most popular band name in the world.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Oh.
So you got to find us.
All right. Well, you got to find
the new bands now. The new band now starting as Inertia.
Get on Google, people. It's really easy these days. I mean, I can master from out here beyond Saturn. You should be able to get it there on Earth. Type it in. But you specifically from the UK, thank you. I've made you stay up later than I wanted to because I screwed up the sound. So it is past time for everybody's favorite feature, a radiation round. Called that because lightning's exceedingly rare in space. No wrong answers. Say whatever you want. We'll start here. Reza, breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Dinner.
And difficulty increases for the second question. Should backing tracks be in stereo or mono?
Stereo, but for the US, mono.
Fascinating. Why?
Yeah.
Now I'm curious.
Still, to this date, most of the US smaller venues are mono.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for answering that question. I could never get a straight answer, and now it all is sort of made clear. I've had a space epiphany. What is the most underrated? I mean, like everybody likes Violator, right? But like, what is the most underrated Depeche Mode album, in your opinion?
I'd say probably the second album, A Broken Frame.
A Broken Frame.
Yeah, that's when the Vince Clarke, who started REZA and Yaz and all those bands,
just Vince Clarke. Okay.
We left that point.
Okay.
And they had to do the album on their own. Okay. It's quite dark. It's quite dark. Quite dark album.
Okay. All right. So from the top, we have Dinner, Stereo in Europe, and mono in the States, and a broken frame for the darkness for the most underrated Depeche Mode album. And just because I have no knowledge of this, at one point, normally when you produce tracks for me, you do so with a demonic lightning quickness. It's kind of insane, and
I love doing it.
I can't quite. Well, we talked before I screwed up the sound about how you're able to do so much, and I think you're kind of making one more thing clear to me, that this is not only your life but your love. Like, you're injecting so much of. You can keep the 4 bands I have down here and a company and an insane tour schedule.
That's all I've ever done since I was young.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Well,
yeah, I love it. Yeah.
The one time you weren't able to do it within 10 seconds, I had to look it up on a map because I'd never heard of it. How was your vacation to Mauritius? Mauritius. Thank you. I'm stupid.
It's good. Well, my family are from Mauritius.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so it's just
by Madagascar.
Yeah, just off Madagascar. It's kind of
wow.
tiny, kind of tropical island. It's where the dodo came from.
Really? Okay.
It was only in Mauritius, nowhere else.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but it's a beautiful. It's such an amazing, multicultural, beautiful island. The best beaches in the world, best food in the world.
I love
but
it.
I go there every year.
The pictures look great. Okay, I didn't know you were from there. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to chill out and relax and see the family.
Okay, so
it's quite lucky I'm from there.
Yeah, very cool. I can go home to the tropical paradise of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Well, in fact, we're hoping that next year, and they promised it to me, Don and Steve from Ego Likeness coming with me.
Oh well. Well, they will. Bird witches on the coast of Mauritius.
Plus, I'm getting me and my partner Nikita getting married next year.
Oh, congratulations! Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love that. Well, space. Congratulations. That's so amazing. I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit because I'm so intrigued by playing on Mount Fuji. Do you have any other, because it is difficult for me to impress to you at home how much of a road warrior our guest is today. Any other tales from the road with which you would like to regale us? You can say no. It's totally fine.
Yeah, just quite a few. Another Killing Joke one.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, so we turned up in Beijing, in China.
Okay, it's already awesome.
To do a festival, and they put us in the very best hotel in Beijing. It's unbelievable, beautiful 6-star hotel.
Okay.
They were like, okay, in a couple of days' time, we're going to take you to the festival. You play a festival, we'll bring you back. So this is in the summer. So we get in a van and go to the festival. It took us 14 hours to get to the festival.
Okay.
They said so just outside Beijing, but it wasn't. It was 14 hours on a Mongolian border.
Wow!
So we get there. As we're getting there, it just starts raining. It's raining.
Okay.
Thunderstorm. It's an outdoor stage thing there, and we get put in this old Chinese home, which is apparently an old prostitute home from 100 years ago. Stone beds, bugs everywhere.
What?
And I wake up in the morning, and our crew were like, "You can't play the festival. The entire it's a massive stage, a proper festival stage.
Okay.
They carpeted it, put carpet everywhere.
What the? Okay,
everything in the middle of nowhere, literally middle of nowhere.
Okay.
And we go, and they're like, you can't do it because it's the electric. It ain't happening.
Just like a technical issue.
Yeah, because it rained overnight.
Oh right, okay.
It went into the carpet and the water, and the stage.
Jesus Christ.
So the Chinese government who put the gig on were like, wait, 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 wait. Like whatever. Okay, we waited for a couple of hours, and we're going out to the stage. I see a sea of orange coming towards me, and it was the Chinese army, and they came in and they vacuumed up the
What
entire
the?
festival, the whole thing.
Oh
All
my
the
god!
field vacuumed it up to the stage, and it got to our time we were playing by 10 p.m. next day, and we're like, are you good to play? And we checked it, and I think, yeah, the crew was like, yeah, you'd be good to play. So we turned up on stage. They cancelled about 19 Chinese bands who were meant to be playing before us. But
Wow!
the thing is, they hadn't told the audience that the festival was still going ahead, so they went home. So we played this festival, which is initially had 20,000 people there, to about 40 people in China.
This is a movie. Okay, so to summarize,
Yeah,
Killing Joke drove 14 hours across along the Mongolian border to
yeah,
sleep in an ancient brothel on stone beds, only to have the entire Chinese army vacuum clean a festival ground so they can
yeah.
play to 40 people. That is the most insane story probably ever told in the 5-year history of Space Couch. Um,
Yeah, there's
oh,
more stuff which I'll tell you in the side, but
all
I can't
right.
tell you.
Well,
But
you are welcome back
there's
to
a ton of
space
stuff. Yeah.
anytime. I'll promise. I done 3 episodes since we came back on the air, and I was like, this is going to be the one that I'm going to have everything technically sound for, and I screwed it all up. Our guest has been so gracious. We learned, most importantly, to keep your eyes peeled out there on Earth for the upcoming album, An Estranged Icon from the amazing Inertia, the first since 2015. Check out the Black Volition stuff. It's some of my favorite, especially if you like that Twin Peaks eerie vibe. The Devout is, I'll say a tribute band, but it's into its own energy.
Yeah.
If you were lucky enough to see one of their zillions of shows and be one of the 500,000 people in that audience, I can't even fathom that. We learned all about Killing Joke, the keyboard player we have with us today. Not only that, the producer is our guest, REZA. REZA, I'm sorry. Now I'm all screwed up in my head. I'm sorry, man.
You go UK for us.
I'll get it right one of these days. I'm all flustered a bit, so I'm sorry about that. We learned most importantly that Killing Joke is a disco band, and our guest today has had to turn down Ministry. Inertia1.bandcamp.com. Mauritius is an amazing place if you ever have a chance to go. We learned about stereo. Oh, this has just been a great episode. I thank you so much for sticking with me on my big old screw up. I will cut this all together so it doesn't look like we're just doing the same stories 3 times. But that I'll leave it. I'll definitely leave it in that I screwed it up. But I'm going to end it here. I'll bring this flying couch back into the station. This is Brian Ferriza for what? Did I do it again? Say your name. Say your name.
REZA.
REZA. REZA.
Yeah.
REZA. Okay, I keep saying REZA. REZA. It's in the noggin now. Brian for Space Couch. For REZA, for Inertia, Black Volition, Devout, Killing Joke, probably more forthcoming. Cryonica Mastering, I almost forgot it. Check that out. Saying, call the spaceships at Davenport, prepare for it, and interface with the couch in space. Space Couch. Oh, I know I've apologized 1,000 times. Thank you, man. Can it? It's just you technical difficulties. I didn't have. I don't know. The Chinese army bailed me out this time, but that is wild, man. you got to come back and tell another story when you